Hi, the position of the sun is probably one of the most important parts of your horoscope, which will tell you so much secrets about the person or about yourself, which can give you an indication even about your career, which can give you an indication of where to find actually the sun, as I have written here, will give you a sense of identity, the main role in your life. It will give you a sense of personal power, where you're going to get your personal power, your self-confidence, your self-esteem. And if you develop the house where the sun is situated, which I will teach you how to do this, you will gain all of those things. And usually the sun develops, starts becoming more visible and starts developing in the life, the energy of the sun, after the age of 30. So you might start seeing that you're filling up those roles indicated by the sun, and that your confidence and personal power starts coming better and better after the age of 30 and more visible. And how do you find which house the sun is situated in your horoscope at the moment when you were born? There are two ways, and I want you to check it both ways. It's complex to explain why, but there are two house systems, and I want you to check it both ways. They both work. One is based on the ascendant, on the signs. The other one is based on the separation of the space around by certain spatial measures, which is too complex to explain. Just make sure that you check both ways. Sometimes they will be the same, sometimes there will be a slight difference. How do you find the house system of the sun? You go to my website astrolada.com. You enter your time of birth. It's very important to know the house position of the sun. You cannot find it without the time of birth, because the house system are based on the time of birth. So this is only for people who know their time of birth at least within 10-15 minutes of exact time, and enter it. And once you get the chart, this is the chart I have. Those of you who know Western astrology, they might be using such a chart. It doesn't matter, it's the same, it shows the same. It's just the beginning of the chart that I have on my website starts here at the top, the first house. This is the horizon, the eastern horizon. The beginning is always the eastern horizon. We put it on the top in the in where my website is, but the Western chart will put the ascendant here on the on this side. You know, just the beginning of the two charts is different. And I want you to check where the sun is situated. The sun will be indicated by SU, the letters SU. And I want you to see in which of the squares it is situated, counting from the ascendant. So if this is always this first square is the ascendant, and this is how the other signs progress. So we want to see in what sign from the ascendant the sun is relevant to the ascendant. So you just count. For instance, the sun might be here. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's in the fifth sign from the ascendant. So you remember the fifth sign and you watch the video for the sun in fifth house. And I want you also to check in which house the sun is in relation to the Roman numerical numbers that I have on my website. They indicate house cusps. They're more specific. They're more how do I say, more sharp expression of the position of the sun. And for instance, here, it might be, where is the fourth square, it might be the third house cusp. It's the fourth sign from the ascendant, but it might be the third house cusp. And I want you to check if your sun is here, also the video for the sun in the third house. So basically, I want to, for instance, if your sun is like that, I want you to check the sun in fourth and in third houses, because both the number of signs the sun is from the ascendant will count as a house, and both the house cusp, which is with the sun will influence this house cusp. So the sun will feel like being in the third house and like being in the fourth house. And also here you might also have the cusp of the second house, the second Roman numerical, you know. So I want you, if you have two of those Roman numerical numbers, check both houses, third and second house, for the explanation of the position of the sun. For most of you, it will be very simple. Sun, it says here. If sun is here, it will be the second sign from the ascendant. So you check the second house and the second house cusp from the ascendant as well. For most of you, for 70%, it will be the same. The sign from the ascendant and the house cusp that is in that sign will be the same. But for some people who are born a bit to north, or too south from the equator, there will be a difference. And I want you to check specifically the Roman numerical number, what number it is. Check the video for that sign, for that house, and also for the number of the sun counted from the ascendant, in which square it is. Thank you. Sun in the 11th house. It will be here in the 11th sign from the ascendant, but always the more powerful influence is when the sun is with the house cusp. So the sun with the 11th will be indicated. If you see the sun in the same square as the cusp of the 11th house, which is indicated the house by the Roman numerical, then you know that you have the sun influences the 11th house. Sometimes it can be in the 10th sign, but influencing the 11th house. But influencing the 11th house cusp. And in Western astrology, you just see the sun being here in the 11th square. But in the Western astrology chart, I'm using Western astrology, but just with a different chart in my calculator, it's like that. So what happens when you have the sun together with the cusp of the 11th house? It's still quite a good position because this is right, I don't know, it's around 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock during the morning. You know, the sun is very bright, the day is starting. It's quite powerful, and the 11th house is considered a very auspicious house in astrology. And how does a person gain their sense of identity? Where do they gain how do they find who they truly are? Actually, through 11th house affairs, and 11th house rules groups of people and friendships, like-minded people. So those people, they would actually have a need of friendship. They'll be drawn to groups of like-minded people or communities, societies, through which they will find who they truly are. They will kind of seem to shine even in those places. They can be, because the sun is where you shine, where you gain your self-esteem and self-confidence through. So basically, such people, through friendships, they can become more of who they are supposed to be. They can discover who they truly are. And also they can achieve places of dominance and prominence, achieve places of prominence and recognition in social areas and social circumstances, basically as leaders of social organizations or members of social organizations or humanitarian organizations or just big organizations of groups that are trying to work together for the same goal. So such people can often, the leaders of, I've seen them often, very much often, these people, they have to be involved with, whether it's with the local society, crime watch or whatever, or with the local community somehow, or on a bigger scale, such people can become even politicians, because the 11th house is the house of society. And you can be like a channel for the divine ideas, which the new trends which should come through to society, to the life of others. You can become a channel for those new trends. So such people can even become inventors, social reformators, politicians, social organizers, because they can connect to this collective unconscious and bring the new ideas for the whole group, which are necessary to be implemented. Of course, badly damaged sun with difficult aspects and everything, you can bring some horrendous ideas for social reformations, and you can wreak havoc in social groups with such a sun there. But usually, if a person, if you meet someone, or if you yourself, you have the sun in the 11th house and you're feeling down, you're lacking confidence, you're not feeling so positive about yourself, the best advice from me would be like, go and join a society, go and join a group, go out with your friends, get involved with your friends. They will bring light into your life. The sun is light. They can vitalize you better. They will also being member of those groups and societies, being involved with society, being involved with humanitarian activities will also, energize you, vitalize you, gives you strong self-esteem, sense of self-esteem. And sometimes also it can describe what kind of friends will be attracted to. When we have the sun in the 11th house, there will be solid type of people. Such people, you might be attracted to people who are like famous people, or the glamorous people at school, or the popular people, or the very powerful people. You want to be around such or some dignitaries or the bosses, they can be your benefactors or your friends, people with high substantial standing in life, the sun is the planet of the king, or those who are on top, so this can be a circle of friends. So you can be moving in such a elite circle of people. Or in the normal case scenario is that your friendships and areas of friendships are a place which lit up your life, unless the sun is badly damaged again. Of course, there are always exceptions. And what else? The 11th house rules goals and long-term goals, something that you work day by day for many years to achieve. Goals and hopes and dreams, the things that we really wish we have and gain one day. This is the house of gainfulness. It's called the house of gainfulness. So such people usually quite invested in slowly getting where they want to do, climbing the whatever the soul show or whatever stairs they are trying to climb, little by little, to achieve their goals and dreams and hopes. If they're consistent in following their plans and their goals and dreams and hopes, they'll gain extremely strong sense of self-esteem and confidence again. And as I said, careers, which are very good for those people, careers when they're involved with bigger groups of people, when they're involved with society, maybe political, maybe corporations as well, maybe anything to do with scientific also endeavors, when you're bringing new trend for the whole of society, for the whole of the world, or anything where you can contribute as an individual among others. This is the kind of area such people should be drawn to, and they can receive quite strong visibility usually, and the 11th house rules how others accept you, how your peers accept you, and the love received from those, the appreciation received from your peers. And with the sun there, you have a much better chance to receive that, and to be, and to to flourish in those circles, so to speak. So please share with us if you have the sun in the 11th house, or together with the 11th house cusp, which is always stronger, even sometimes strong, and share with us how does it manifest in your life, and if I've missed something, give us some more ideas so everyone else can learn. Thank you.